So welcome everybody. My name is Albin Lescoat and I am the General Manager and Product Owner at KPAX. I am quite delighted to be here today to have the opportunity to talk about KPAX, which is a printing fleet management solution, multi-brand, dedicated to resellers and OEM. And I'd like to take just a moment to thank Glocal Value for the invitation and the opportunity for me being here. Even though I'm not a huge fan of public speaking, I've heard that you were the best audience, so I think I should be fine, all right? I'm not going to have the time in 15 minutes to cover everything I have to cover on KPAX, but if you do have some questions, please keep them and we will definitely address those during the demo session in Italian with Gabriele or in English with Dimitri or myself, or even in French if you'd like to practice your French. It's available as well. So let me start with a few words about who we are as a company. So KPAX has been around for 15 years now. We are a French software company. We are close to Paris, and we have more than 50 resellers today that use KPAX to manage over 1 million devices. We do sell, distribute, and support our product through a network of what we call the KPAX resellers. We call them MVPs. Savio talked about them earlier. It's major valuable partners, and we rely on them to distribute the product and to support our customers. So basically, they are the link, the hub between you guys, the field, the local market, the real needs on the project, and the product team at KPAX. What is basically KPAX? So KPAX is centralized multi-brand print fleet management software. So basically, what we do is by installing a piece of software we call an agent on a computer, or if you deploy what we call the KPAX Liberty Box, we're going to talk about that later on, you will be able to discover the network of a customer. And by doing so, you will be able to get all meters, basic identification information such as manufacturers, model, serial number, IP. We have 300 different engine, such as meters, the supplies level as well, and the technical information we might have on devices. And we bring all those information into one, a single interface on which the user can create some automation to actually deliver MPS contracts. So create billing reports, or create just-in-time notification to ship the cartridge at the right time, or to be aware of if something is wrong on the fleet of the customer. Why do our customers choose KPAX? Well, the answer is quite simple, is we've put 15 years of experience, AI-driven insights, and a bunch of wide range of features, and a pretty neat user interface into a solution entirely dedicated to one statement, which is to produce the burst service. I'm talking about MPS here at the lowest cost possible. And so those benefits that you see here as KPAX improve the service cost, so we reduce the operational cost. By doing so, we also increase the quality of the relationship you're going to have with the customers and users by reducing the response time or increasing the customer satisfaction. We also work on theme like profitability, or the what is stake when we talk about supply and stock at the customer site and all the money that is behind. For us, it is not just benefits, it's also what we call a product goals. So it means that inside KPAX, when we have an idea and we'd like to, add something into the product, we try to value the impact of that feature based on those product goals. And if the value is high, then we might have that feature inside the product. And if the value is low, well, we probably move on to the next idea. And so we make sure that everything we do is relevant to that product goals. Those product goals are shaped with the field, and this is where Glocal value come in the equation, because we have monthly review with them so we can evaluate what's needed on the market and what people actually want to see in the product. And we work on a roadmap with them to see what if an idea is a good one or if it's not a good one. So let me take you some example of what we do here. The consumable import management, a year ago, we have included in the product Kpax IA. So we basically use machine learning to profile and analyze every single device. So we do not care about the brand or the model. We don't look at that. We just look at figures, volumes, and we track, we analyze, we profile every single device, and we know when the device is printing more or less and how the users use that specific device. And based on those information, we are able to predict what's going to be the volume in a year or what's going to be the percentage of ink at the end of the month. And thus we have some really quite accurate just-in-time notification or time-to-empty notification, which is critical when you want to have really tight notification. You don't want to ship your cartridge way earlier. Profitability is something that we have released at the beginning of the year, and we had like 2 days ago we had like a release where we included into the product coverage rate and average coverage rate. So we are able on all devices to calculate how much ink do we have on a paper during a supply cycle, and we are able to track that coverage rate to see if the profitability is going up and down, because we know that there is a direct link between profitability and the usage of the ink. So those are some benefits we can see on the product. I'm not going to have the time to cover all them all, but we've just made that slide. So if you have something to remember about the product, it probably is going to be that slide. I'd like to come back to a few of them, and the first one will be the Kpax Liberty. And so there is a hardware box that we have developed. It's a hardware alternative to the software agent. And so basically it's an agent that you will install on the customer network. As it is a network object, you can collect as many devices as you'd like. And there is no operating system on it, so no viruses, no security breach. It's not a Raspberry Pi. And we completely build the firmware which inside. You have a Wi-Fi, so it's easy to set up with a single computer or a mobile phone. And you have 2 Ethernet ports, and you can use that on the same link at the device. So you just unplug the network, the Ethernet cable, you plug it to the Liberty, and you use the provided Ethernet cable to plug the printer. And as it is a network, again, object, you can discover hundreds of IPs and hundreds of devices with one of them. So that will definitely reduce all the pain that comes with installing a piece of software into a computer on which you don't have a hand, you do not manage. Some of the other thing I'd like to mention is the advanced integration with the API. We are using O2 API, REST API, so it's really modern, and you can basically use those to connect ERP, CRM, a ticketing system, analytics, BI platforms. We're going to talk about Intuitive later on, but it's completely possible because it's something to have a product that collects information out of a printer, but to complete the sequence, to complete the whole chain, it makes sense to put all the information into a CRM or an ERP so you can build the customer without human interaction. So that's the dream. And I'd like to cover as well the MVP network. As I mentioned earlier, Glocal is our Italian MVP, so for the Italian market, and they are definitely the hub and the link between the field, the project, every ticket that we might have on the market, and we really try as a company to be closer and closer from our customer. We don't want to build a software without knowing the people that are going to use it. So it's really important for us to have a strong relationship with Glocal, and I think that it's something quite unique that you're not going to find on other platforms. If you have any question with regards of any of those topics, I will be happy to answer all of them during the demo session, or if you want to practice your French, I'm gonna be here as well. All right. So thank you very much.